phylum Porifera. You know, various animals are present here, but all have some unique features, and that features are called the general characteristics of phylum Porifera. So Porifera is one of the major phylum among the animal kingdom. There has lot of phylums, but there have some species, their number is not more than 5,000, as that is why you can consider them as minor phyla. But the phylum that exceeded their numbers or species numbers more than 5,000, you can say it is major phylum. This way we can categorize many animals into different phylums because of their particular physical features or characteristics. Sometimes we are going for describe their internal structure too, but our main concern is to describe the animals by observing their physical features. So my dear students, our today's phylum is phylum Porifera, phylum Porifera, and it is the first phylum in our animal kingdom, as you are considering only the major phylum. Okay, so these animals or group of animals that are belonging to the phylum Porifera all are exactly marine animals, but there are some few individuals are inhabited to fresh water. So my dear students, I am announcing once again, please join with us and please share the link, as your friend can join with us from different parts of our country. Because of this clutter of situation of our surroundings, you are not enough time to visit many teachers, so you can take your preparation at your home as best as possible. So my dear students, it is phylum Porifera. Porifera comes from two Greek word, pori, and it means porous. Okay, another important information from this part is the fairy. So fairy is another terminology in Greek. It indicates bearer. Okay, that means the animal that is wearing pores or small openings at their body, that is called the poriferans. So we must see what kind of animal have in this group. Mostly are asymmetrical, because of their no certain body shape. That means they have no spatial shape of body. That is why you can not say it is tubular or it is pear shaped or it is round, as you are not getting this kind of information from the structure of this kind of animals. For that reason you are telling it is asymmetrical animal, and their body shape is pleomorphic, means variable in shape. One of the shape I can take here, it is tubular. Okay, but it is not such a kind of tubular body. That is why you can consider them as symmetrical portion. Okay, so there has body shape, but there has no particular symmetrical region. That is why it is asymmetrical individual. Look, it seems in this way you can dissect the animal, it will have two equal halves, but exactly their body orientation is not like that. For that reason it is asymmetrical, but at their body it is containing lot of pores. Okay, these pores of the body or small opening of the body, you can say it is ostia. Okay, you should know this name, ostia, present in this kind of animal. So ostia is a kind of small opening is present. Internally this ostia forms this kind of structure. Look at my boy. Suppose that small opening, it is another small opening, and this way when you are writing many small openings, each and every openings are internally connected. Look, this opening is connected with this one, this opening is connected with this one. Okay, and forming such a kind of structure, as if you can think it is forming a group of openings. So my dear students, we know when a cell remains isolated, you can say it is only cell. But when lot of cells are forming a group for performing the particular system on the particular function, on that time you can say it is the tissue. But in this kind of animal, there has no tissue grade of organization. That means their cells are isolated, and their isolated cell sometimes they are forming such a kind of structure. It is acellular part because it is opening, and this opening is connected internally by some tube, and this is forming a certain tubular structure or tubular root. That is why you can say it is canal system, because its appearance like the canal. When it is communicated to connected in this way, as if the water molecule when enters in this section, on that water can visit all the part. Similarly, the water can enter in this part also, and that can be distributed in this way. So in the structure of their body, in which part of their small opening is present, and in that part if the water molecule is entered, that can join with any other channels. For this reason you can say it is the canal system. So another characteristics of this group of animal, it is canal system, mind it. Okay, the next characteristics of this animal is they are possessing a certain kind of cell, and that cell is like the pear. That is why you can say it is pear shaped structure, and pear shaped cell contains large nucleus. It is the nucleus, and at the terminal it is containing lot of flagella. Okay, there have many flagella, and this cell you can say it is the choanocyte. These choanocytes or choanocyte cells is a special characteristics for the phylum Porifera. Okay, and another information you must know from this part, as we have obtaining the structure of poriferans is asymmetrical and body contains lot of pores. So my question is that how this structure remains straight, and how this structure is maintaining their shape of their body. Exactly, it is possible because of some internal endoskeleton that is made up of calcium carbonate or silicon dioxide. So this kind of structure, like the spine of fish, have in the poriferans. For that reason you are thinking probably it is like our bone. No, exactly it is not like our bone, but some structure is giving rigidity for remaining straight or maintaining their body structure because of calcium carbonate and silicon dioxide, as these two chemical is little bit harder. Okay, there have many kinds of spicule. Some are radiated unidirectionally. For that reason you can say uni means single, it is mono, and I am telling this is radiation, so it is monoradiate spicule. Okay, monoradiate spicule. Sometimes this spicule can be bifurcated or divided into two certain parts or hubs. On that time you can say it is biradiated spicule, biradiated for each of the types. Biradiated spicule. My dear students, sometimes it can be triangular. Okay, on that time 3 means tri, that is why it is triradiate spicule. Okay, triradiate spicule. Next time you can see there have tetraradiated spicule. For that reason it is called tetra means 4, tetraradiate spicule. Okay, so spicule is the hardest structure of the body of poriferans, as they can getting some sort of rigidity. So tetraradiate spicule. Another type is the pentaradiate spicule. There have 5 different radiations, 3, 4 and 5. You can say it is pentaradiate spicule. Okay, radiate spicule. And next time or last you can see there have triangular and another triangular is present here, so they are forming 6 radiations. That is why it is hexaradiate spicule. Hexaradiate spicule. My dear students, this sponge or this structure of poriferan is opened by a large opening to the outside. It is a large opening. This is called osculum. Osculum is the largest opening. Mind it, osculum is the largest opening. You have to face medical admission test. You have to face university admission test. For that reason, you must know this kind of name. Which one of the largest opening of poriferans? It is osculum. Which one is the smallest pore of the poriferans? It is ostia. So this opening is ostia. Ostia, you have to remember. Okay, it is the spicule. There have 6 different types of spicule. Single radiation, only one radiation. It is monoradiate. 2 radiation. It is biradiated. 3 radiations. It is triradiated. It is 4 tetraradiated. 5 pentaradiated. When it will be 6, it is called hexaradiate spicule. Hexaradiate spicule is one of the basis of the characteristics. Look, sometimes you are observing the spicule is made up of calcium carbonate. On that time, the group of poriferans is called calcareous spicule or calcareous because of calcium. Silicon dioxide, when present at the spicule, it is called siliceous spicule. And when the radiations are 6, it is called hexaradiated spicule, and it is belonging to the family Hexactinellidae. Okay, my dear students, next I am going to show you their cavity, the internal structure. If you observe here, there is a large cavity, and that cavity I am going to show in this section. Suppose it is the structure of porifera and it is their opening. So this one is the lining, this one is another lining. So this cavity of their body, this is the body cavity of okay, this is the body cavity of poriferans, and this is called poriferans. Contains many kinds of organism, but their group name is sponge. That is why sponge is the name, and you can connect with cavity. Cavity means seal in Greek word, C-O-E-L. C-O-E-L means it is seal, and from seal, when you are observing the seal, it is a suffix. On the time you think it is the cavity. Sponge cavity will be called spongocele. Okay, my dear student, it is spongocele. So which characteristics I am going to write, you must look at, you must write on your script, otherwise you will forget. The next phase is that there have some process of reproduction. Look, reproduction never indicate the mating. Reproduction always indicating to increase the number, increase the number. Okay, the number, that means how an organism is increasing their number is called reproduction. My question is that suppose a pan is dropped here and this pan is originated once again to form 2, you must say it is reproduction. Okay, reproduction never has required any mating or copulation process. It is required only for the internal fertilization purpose, and it is the foremost characteristics of reproduction for the sexual individuals. But when someone can reproduce asexually, on that time they has no visit anywhere, they has no need to form pairs, they has no need to any contact also. That is why in this kind of animal, porifera, they undergoes asexual reproduction. That means asexual reproduction, that means their body part can produce another poriferan. Sometimes some individual can do sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, when they are undergoing for sexual reproduction, obviously they will produce some motile sperm and they will produce ovum. Okay, when sperm and ovum fuse to form the zygote, and that time it will be deployed in nature. On that time, by mitosis process, it always divide to form multiple number of cells, and when multiple number of cells remain in a cluster, on that time you are getting this kind of ball or mass like structure, or this mass or group of cells will form or will develop the structure of poriferans. Understood? When this structure is forming the body part of the poriferan, sometimes it is not similar to that of the adult individual. For that reason, we are telling the young or offspring as larva. Okay, when the offspring is formed, it is called larva because there has no similarities with their parents. This larva is very important for MCQ. Okay, the name of the larva is parenchyma, and another larva is amphiblastula, okay, amphiblastula. Okay, my dear students, so there has two different kinds of larva. One is parenchyma, that means it is made up of parenchymatous cell, and amphiblastula means accumulation of cells, and it is habituated to stay at both land and aquatic places. For that reason, we are telling it is amphiblastula larva. Mind it, all kinds of larvas has no name, that always matching with the structure of that animals. Okay, so what we studied today, you have to write in your script. First of all, I am telling from the beginning. Okay, look, from the first slide, I have till the Porifera name comes from a group of words that are originated from Greek origin, and Porifera comes from two Latinized Greek word. Pori comes from porus. Porus means small opening, and the feri means bearer. That means if I am containing lot of pores or lot of small openings, then you can say I am Porifera. Porifera will have another features, that is their body has no symmetry. Look, what is symmetry? Suppose you want to equally divide my body. When you are going to divide my body equally, on the time if you are dissecting my body through the transverse axis, on the time you are not getting equal halves. For that reason, your eye will give the answer from where you can do this dissecting process, and on the time you are getting equal halves. So on the time your eyes will indicating from the longitudinal part, if you want to go for dissecting, on the time you will have two parts. On the time you have two parts, that is why one is right, another one is left. That is why you can say it is lateral. Lateral means side, front means ventral, back means dorsal. So laterally I have two hubs. For that reason I am bilaterally symmetrical, but through the any part of their body it is not possible to dissect. For that reason it is asymmetrical, mind it. And next thing is that next part will be the opening that internally connected. The internally connected in a fashion as they are forming a channel, forming a route. Suppose you drain of your home. So in drainage system, whatever the drain line is there have multiple number of drain lines that are communicated to a particular opening for depositing their materials to a particular place. On the time each and every opening comes from every residence, they are internally connected. Suppose on the time it is forming like a canal. For that reason it is called canal system. It is important characteristics for this kind of animals. Okay, next we can see another important characteristics for this group of animals. Okay, it is the slide number 3. There will have some special cell, choanocytes. Choanocytes are forming their body because there has no tissue system. For that reason only cells are there, as it is multicellular animals, so there have many cells. One of the cell is that it is choanocyte, and choanocyte helps them to clear the body. One another important thing is that there have some hardened structure, and that structure is called spicule, and this spicule can vary in 6 categories. On the time only single ray when present, you can see it is monoradiate. When 2 radiations, it is biradiated. When 3, it is tri, and so on. You can say hexaradiate spicule. After the 6, you will never get anything. And next, you can say another thing, it is the body cavity. So body cavity of this kind of animal is very important. The animal name is sponge, so the body cavity or seal of their body is called spongocoel. So spongocoel is their body cavity. And next slide, you can say the reproduction behavior. Any kind of animal, if you consider in our world, they will have 2 kinds of reproduction. Mainly, one is the asexual reproduction, another one is sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction will have category, that is the budding, or that is the fragmentation. So there has many ways they can reproduce, but we are telling in asexual reproduction there has no requirement of any sperm and ovum. But when sperm and ovum is produced from the body of this individual, they have chances to mate or fertilized. The fertilization process will take outer side, that means their body is not involved. On that time, you can say it is external fertilization process, and due to external fertilization, it is forming sperm and ovum, means it is forming zygote, and zygote mitotically divide to form a cluster of cells, and that cluster of cells is the morula. And when morula cell organized to form the layer, on that time a single layer is formed. That is why these animals are single layered. Okay, that is why we can say it is uniblastic animal. And this way, when develops the individual, it is called the larva, because their faces, their physical appearance is not similar with that of the main individual or the adult individual. For that reason, it is called larva, and larva will have 2 different types. One is parenchyma, another one is amphiblastula. Because of their cell structure, because of their behavior, the parenchyma larva is containing the cells like parenchyma cells of plants. Plant cell like cell is present here, and but it is not containing the cell wall. Never mind. Okay. So another important thing is that amphiblastula. Amphi means both. That means it can lead their life in both places like aquatic and terrestrial. For that reason, it is amphiblastula. Blastula means the cluster of cells like this one. Understood? So here from we can get many questions in your board exam as well as admission test. First of all, I am telling you number 1, which kind of spatial cell is present in poriferans. My dear students, please, if you want to get this answer, obviously you have to storm your brain. What will be the answer? I have told only one cell's name. It is choanocyte. So answer will be choanocyte. Okay? Choanocytes. Another question is, what is the name of the body cavity of poriferans? Okay, what is the name of body cavity of poriferans or phylum Porifera? What will be the answer? Porifera. I know when you will see the video, on the time you will get the answer. If you are getting the answer without memorizing anything, that means your preparation is done. So I just doing these activities for your betterment, for your good preparation. So please take it seriously. Medical exam preparation should be taken from the beginning. It is not a matter of 3 months course. Okay, only last 3 months is not enough to take good preparation for appearing any competitive exam. So my dear students, use your time when you are at your home. So the name, the answer will be, I am telling it is body cavity. So body cavity of the poriferan is spongocoel. Spongocoel. Suppose we are very clearly known to that, it is not vertebrate animal. So no question of their vertebrae. But the skeleton always not indicating, suppose like our bone. It sometimes some other structure. This kind of structure have in Porifera. So number 3, what is the endoskeleton? Okay, skeleton of Porifera, of Poriferans. Poriferas, and Porifera is the name of phylum, and Poriferans is the group of animals that are belonging to the phylum Porifera. So what will be the answer, my dear students? Please tell me what will be the answer. Endoskeleton's name is spicule. Okay, spicule. If they are asking for another question, what will be the composition of spicule? So composition of spicule includes two things. Okay, includes, what will be the answer? Just storm your brain. It is calcium carbonate and silicon dioxide. Okay, silicon dioxide. These are the composition of the spicule. Okay, my dear students, there have many questions like this. Number 5. Okay, if I don't miss the serial, so serial number will be 5. So next question is about the poriferans is canal system. Canal system is the characteristics for which phylum? Which phylum? Please tell me which phylum have the canal system. Okay, the answer will be phylum Porifera. Look, number 6. Which animal contains which animal contains ostia? If this kind of question comes in your exam, on that time what will be the answer? Which animal contains ostia? We know ostia is the small opening of Porifera. Answer will be phylum Porifera. Okay, phylum Porifera. Next question, number 7. What will be the larval stage of Porifera? Characteristics larva. The characteristics larva of Porifera. Characteristics larva of Porifera include 2. Anyone may have in your exam. Suppose number 1, I'm telling you, it is parenchyma. And number 2, it is amphiblastula. I am telling at the beginning of my lecture, all the animals belonging to the phylum Porifera are exclusively inhabited to marine environment, but a single family is present at the fresh water. So what will be the name of that animal? Okay, so my question will be number 8, and my question is which family of Porifera contains freshwater organism, and our answer will be family. Family is the rank of classification, you know, family, and its name is Spongolidae. Spongilidae. Okay, so this way you can write the questions from this topic. And finally, look at that. when you are just answering the question, on that time you will writing many characteristics too. So when the characteristics you are writing for this group of animals, that is the 3-mark question for CQ for HSC exam. So you have to take preparation in this way, as if you can take preparation for admission as well as for academics, okay, for HSC actually. So my dear students, hope this way we can continue, and this way we can study all the phylums, but at detail lecture also will be given in different way. So certainly you will know. Before that, you have to spread the information about this platform. This is Vidyalab, and you have to connect it with Vidyalab always. Hope for best, and take your preparation very carefully, and always keep a book with you, as you can match the topic with your book. That will help to build a concrete preparation. So my dear student, wish you good luck. Okay, tonight here from I am going to switch off. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.